DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. I did a video years ago where I talked about what to do when a coach plays favorites, and I've done several videos on how to deal with coaches. For those of you who don't know, I used to play basketball. That was my professionally for 9 years. So a lot of basketball players would ask me questions about how do we deal with the coach, or if I'm not getting playing time, or I didn't make the team, or something like that. And I said in this video, listen, if the coach is playing favorites, that's because there's something that other person that's not you is doing that you're not doing, or maybe they got a certain type of personality. Or I was just trying to help people understand, listen, favorites happen, and it happens all through life. It's not a sports thing. In business, if you work at a company right now in an office building, your supervisor has their favorites, and you may be one of them or you may not be one of them. And when we are one of them, we don't even consider it favorites. We're like, yeah, they like me because I'm good. We like to credit ourselves when things are working in our favor, but then we take those exact same elements that caused us to have the favor when it's not working for us, and we demonize it as if somebody's doing something wrong. See, when things are working in our favor with other people, we say, well, we're good at building relationships. I'm just a good networker. You know, I know people. That's how I built all these relationships, and I connected with all these people. That's why these things are working for me. But when things are not working in our favor when it comes to dealing with others, especially those who have power over us in some capacity, we like to say, well, that person's playing favorites, or these people are being all political, or somebody's hating on me, or I'm not getting the chance that I'm supposed to get. But it's the exact same energy that was working for you over there is not working for you over here. Now we just want to give it different names, but it's the exact same thing. And I'm telling you that to tell you this: all of life is political. Politics means people doing things to advance or protect their own interests. Everyone who's watching this video, you do things to advance or protect your own interests. All right? We do every single day. So there's nothing wrong with being political. And there's nothing wrong with a person in a position of power playing favorites. Because look, if you're a salesperson, who are your favorites? Probably the customers who spend the most money. If you're out there single, and your favorites are going to be the people who you're interested in. If you're a single man interested in women, your favorites are going to be the woman you're most attracted to. And vice versa, the women who are looking for a man, they're looking for the guy who they're most attracted to. They're going to play favorites with him as opposed to all the other guys that they come across, simply because they like him more. Because that's the one that they want to get to know a little bit more, maybe a little bit more intimately. That's the reason why we play favorites. If any of you has a dog, who's the dog's favorite? The person who supplies the food, right? So we play favorites all the time. All animals play favorites in some way, shape, or form with whomever can help advance our own interests. So when you are dealing with a person and you feel like they're playing favorites and it's not working in your favor, you could do a few things. First of all, you may need to just look at your relationship with that person, or your lack of relationship with that person, and maybe just having a conversation. Maybe just being more of a people person. Maybe just being more open, asking more questions, sharing more of yourself could help that person break the ice maybe between you and that individual. I would say 88% of the time, that alone can help you have a better relationship with another person. Just your ability to be open with and talk to the person. If you're being open, or at least appearing to be open, they will open up a little bit more. And most people in life are just very cautious when it comes to other people. So they won't say nothing, they won't make eye contact, they won't do anything, not because they have a problem with you, but simply because they're just uncomfortable around you, because people are just uncomfortable around people. A lot of people just lack people skills in general these days, especially now that we have smartphones and we can do all this interacting without actually talking to a person in real life. So if you just did that 88% of the time, that will solve your problem. And sometimes you're gonna deal with a person who is just a super political individual. Maybe they're a conniving person, maybe they're a little bit cunning, and you gotta really work to really get in their circle, at least their mental circle. I would suggest you take a look at my favorite book, which is called The 48 Laws of Power. And this book is all about, well, it's about a lot of things, but one of the main things it is human psychology. Not only your personal psychology, but also your psychology when dealing with other people. So if you were to take a look at that book, the first of all there is never, what was it? Never disrespect the master. A certain phraseology. I'm getting the words wrong there. But you just go read the book. All right, the 48 Laws of Power, I read that book probably 100 times. And the very first law is, when you have someone who has a position of power over you, you don't want to do things to make them not trust you or not like you or have a bone to pick with you, because obviously that's going to hurt you in the long run. That could be a coach, a boss, a parent, a customer, a client, anybody. So those are what I want you to take from this video. The main thing I want you to take from this video is that all of life is a political campaign. Everything at all times, and the election never ends. Every day is a brand new election. So what you need to do when you feel like favoritism or politics aren't working in your favor is just step up your people skills game. And that could mean winning friends and influencing people, being a nicer person, being a warmer, more open person. That'll solve most of your problems. But if you're dealing with a super duper political individual, and there are a few of them out there, read the 48 Laws of Power, because I guarantee they're using some of those laws against you for whatever reason. But if you learn the game, now you can play it right along with them, and you can start making it work in your favor. Work on your game. And also I got a course called People Skills that'll help you too. That's at dreallday.com/people. Work on your game, dreallday.com.